You are now tuned in to Ear to the Streets. It's January 18th, so you know what that means. It's MLK Day. Or, as I like to call it, shit, you gotta work today? We got a lot to cover, so let's get to it. There's a lot that we can say about MLK. We could talk about his activism. We could talk about how the history books purposely put his pictures in black and white to make it seem like he was alive centuries ago. We could talk about how he's the only nigga alive that might have been locked up more times than Gucci. Or we could talk about his finances. And as you can guess, we're gonna focus on the latter. When the FBI killed MLK in 1968, his net worth was 6 bands. Yes, 6,000. Granted, in today's money, it's about 44,000, but still, for the most prominent and recognizable figure in like the 20th century, he was only worth like a 7-Eleven manager salary. Shit crazy. The interesting part about MLK's finances starts after his death though. As a pastor, he only made 8 bands a year, which in today's money is only $58,000. For perspective, take a look at how much these pastors are worth today. Joel Osteen, the fuck nigga who refused to open his church during the Houston flood, is worth about 100 M's. Creflo Dollar, the nigga who tried to use church money to buy a $65 million jet, is worth 27 M's. And Billy Graham, who was basically the first celebrity pastor ever, was worth about 25 M's when he kicked the bucket in 2018. You can say a lot of things about MLK, but one thing remains clear. He walked what he talked, and he didn't let the riches get in his way. When he won a Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, he won around $50,000, which in today's money is about $430K. Instead of doing what I would have did and paid a few tuitions at Magic City, he gave the money back to the movement. Harry Belafonte, who's basically your grandma name's Denzel, was half the reason why the Kings could survive on MLK's activist pay. He picked up all the tabs, and he even set up the fund to send MLK's kids to college. But shit turned a little sour. In 2008, Belafonte got into a little legal dispute with the King family over some items he tried to auction off, including a speech that King had in his pocket when he was killed, along with a condolences letter that the president at the time, Lyndon Johnson, sent to Coretta. The government be talking about MLK like they didn't, kill this nigga. And it's almost like they think we forgot. Check out this tweet from the FBI wishing MLK a happy birthday. That's like this nigga wishing Ricky a happy birthday, John Wilkes Booth wishing Abraham Lincoln a happy birthday, and Alpo wishing Mitch a happy birthday. Shit just ain't right. Anywho, one thing that's ironic about MLK's Nobel Peace Prize medal is that it would become the center of a dispute between his jits. Bernice felt like the Nobel Peace Prize medal and his traveling Bible, which Obama used at his second inauguration, were too valuable to sell. Meanwhile, MLK's other 2 kids, Dexter and MLK III, was like, shit, we need that bread. Both items were valued at $10 million. As you can imagine, MLK's items are worth that bag. In 2006, the city of Atlanta bought his old papers, including drafts of his old speech, like the I Have a Dream speech, for 32 M's, and ended up donating it to Morehouse. Now, for somebody who proactively avoided riches, MLK's items have been the center of a lot of financial attention after his death. One thing's for sure, 2 things for certain though. You can critique what he did and how he did it, but you can't question his principles. I'm gonna keep my ear to the streets. See y'all tomorrow.